Hi, I'm Adam Varga, and today I will be presenting you my issues in sport and physical activity presentation. Athletes as role models. Should athletes be role models for children? What is a role model? By definition, a role model is an individual whose behavior, habits, and success is copied by others. They serve as an example by influencing others. The term was developed by American sociologist Robert K. Merton in the 1940s. He developed this concept to observe how everyday people often compare themselves with notable public figures when evaluating their morals and values. Children look up to their role models to help shape how they behave in school, sports, relationships, and critical moments. Role models come in many forms such as parents, teachers, actors, athletes, etc. Background information on the topic. Professional athletes can have a significant influence on the lives of others due to their popularity and exposure. The largest audience for athlete role models to influence is young children and teens. These athletes have many fans that truly aspire to be like their favorite player one day. Children who play sports are more likely to have a role model that is a professional athlete because they can relate to them in terms of competency and techniques. Most kids are involved with sports, which may also increase the amount of individuals that role model athletes can influence. Why is it important? An athlete's influence on children can have a strong impact on their personal values, goals, and behavior. Our society has a strong dependence on athletes as role models for children and adolescents. Athletes are role models whether or not they choose to take on the responsibility. It all depends on whether or not they're good role models. In terms of physical activity, having athletes as role models can help motivate children to engage in physical activities such as playing a sport, biking, running around, and having fun. There are pros and cons of athletes as role models. When it comes to pros, athletes are great examples of when it comes to physical activity and fitness. Their physical display of athleticism and strength promotes the importance of physical activity to others. Athletes can also have a positive change in community. Many athletes use their popularity to bring change into areas that need help. Examples of an athlete's role in a community include donations, appearances, and raising awareness for an important issue. It can also help children with their self-esteem. Athletes are known to be confident individuals who rise up in the biggest moments of competition. Their performance and compete level can help motivate children into doing the same. Cons. The cons are athletes do not have direct dialogue with the children who look up to them, as they only entertain us through the television and sport events. Kids need a meaningful relationship with their role models so they can learn and interact with them every day. Some professional athletes may also be considered bad role models for children due to mistakes, poor judgment, problems with the law, drug use, and immoral behavior. Some children might find this type of behavior to be okay since their favorite athlete did it. This can cause children to try and adopt these negative habits themselves. LeBron James. He's an outstanding role model. He grew up with no education and no father. He married his high school sweetheart. He has never been arrested or used drugs, and he is an excellent father to his three children. LeBron has sent 1,100 plus kids to college fully paid for. He has won three NBA championships. He has also had a very successful ongoing NBA career and is considered to be one of the greatest players of all time. Johnny Manziel is a poor role model for children. He was drafted by the Cleveland Browns. Arrested multiple times, Mansell gave the Redskins the bench the middle finger during a game. He has also been fined and suspended many times. He also assaulted his girlfriend, has been caught partying, drinking alcohol, and using drugs. These controversies led to the downfall of his NFL career. Issues in the media. The media platform consists of channels that provide information such as news, articles, entertainment, videos, photos, and broadcasting. These platforms include ESPN, Facebook, Twitter, TMZ, Bleacher Report, Barstool, etc. Professional athletes gain exposure on these platforms through the articles that are written about them. It is very easy for people to access this news to stay updated with the athletes. This is where children can find information on what their role models do away from the field, whether it be good or bad. In conclusion, certain athletes should be role models for children as they help motivate them and promote physical activity. Children look up to their role models to help shape how they behave in school, sports, relationships, and critical moments. Professional athletes can have a significant influence on the lives of others due to their popularity and exposure. Athletes are role models whether or not they choose to take on the responsibility. It all depends on whether or not they're good role models. Professional athletes gain exposure on these platforms through articles that are written about them. It is very easy for people to access this news and stay updated with athletes. In order for athletes to become responsible role models, they must set an example for the youth by acting respectfully and changing the world in positive ways. Here are my references.